The engine roared once, then died. Everyone at the private estate froze. The red Ferrari, polished to perfection, worth more than most homes, sat silent in the middle of the driveway, surrounded by anxious staff and one furious billionaire. "Useless!" Mr. Laurent snapped, throwing his hands in the air. "I've called 3 mechanics already." Beside him stood his daughter, Elise, elegant, composed, but clearly embarrassed. The guests inside the mansion were waiting for her birthday entrance, and her father had promised she would arrive in style in that Ferrari. Then from behind the iron gates, a quiet voice spoke. "I can take a look, if you don't mind." Heads turned. A young man stood there, dressed simply, his hands slightly stained with grease, like he had come straight from work. He didn't belong in this world of luxury and silk dresses. Mr. Laurent looked him up and down with visible irritation. "And you are?" "Just someone who fixes things," the young man said calmly. A few staff members chuckled. Elise didn't. She noticed something different. Not arrogance, not fear either, just quiet confidence. Her father sighed. "Fine, but if you waste my time—" "I won't," the young man replied. Minutes passed as he opened the hood. The tension in the air grew heavier. Elise watched closely, unsure why she even cared. Then suddenly, the engine came back to life. Smooth, powerful, perfect. Silence. Even Mr. Laurent looked shocked. "How did you—" "A minor fuel system issue," the young man said, closing the hood. "Easy fix if you know where to look." Mr. Laurent stared at him, impressed but unwilling to show it. Then, almost jokingly, he smirked. "Well then, name your price." The young man hesitated. Elise leaned forward slightly, and then he said something no one expected. "Marry my daughter if you fix this Ferrari." The words echoed, half joke, half challenge. Gasps spread across the driveway. Mr. Laurent laughed loudly, assuming it was all a game. "Well, that's my offer." Everyone expected the young man to laugh too, to ask for money, to back down. But he didn't. He looked straight at Elise, and then he said quietly, "No." The laughter stopped instantly. Mr. Laurent frowned. "No, I don't want your money," the young man continued. "And I definitely don't want to marry someone as a reward." The air turned cold. Elise felt something shift inside her. No one had ever spoken like that in front of her father. "Then what do you want?" Mr. Laurent demanded, his pride clearly wounded. The young man paused before answering. "A chance," he said. "Not handed to me, earned, the right way." Confusion spread across their faces. "I've spent years working in garages, where no one looks twice at people like me," he continued. "But I know what I'm capable of. I don't need shortcuts, and I don't need deals involving people's lives." Elise's heart beat faster. This wasn't just about a car anymore. "You fixed a Ferrari in 10 minuta,"